We all wanna go big, then say that.
Hello. Hello, hello. Let me just clear this right quick because that looks. I'm still. There we go. All right. How's everyone doing today? Hello, hello again. It has been a couple of weeks since you have last seen me, but I am back once again by popular demand. And we got a lot to get through today. Welcome to the Superhero Zatsudan, the show where we talk about the amazing superhero time block out of Japan, formed of Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity and Kamen Rider ZEZTZ. I am, of course, your host with the most call sign henshin, your mercenary with the kicks, coming to you from 2286. Hope everyone had a lovely past couple of weeks. I know I did. But it's time to get back to reality. Or is it? Is it? I don't know. Is it? There you go. That's what I was looking for. Hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Hope everyone, had a wonderful week. Couple of weeks. Because this is Friday. And tomorrow we get to this week's festivities. But right now, we need to catch up on what we missed last week. For those of you who don't know, last week I attended a convention to help a friend. And it was a good time, all things considered. It was really good. I had fun. I didn't get to partake so much in the convention, what's the word? Activities. I didn't get to interact too much with the pleasantries, but I did walk away with some good shit. And, it was a good time had by all. It was a good time had by all. So I like to, but that's neither here nor there. We have to make up for what we missed last week. We got to make up for it. So we got a lot to get into today. We're getting into Space Sheriff Gavan. We're getting into Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity Episode 4 and Kamen Rider ZEZTZ Episode 25. And there was a lot of big happenings this week. I don't know how I managed to stay spoiler-free throughout of it, but I did. And so we're actually going to be seeing what went down with the world reset in ZEZTZ. But that's going to be, we're going to actually, because this is the superhero Zatsudan, it only makes sense that we follow the order set by those ahead of us. To set the order in terms of those of the originator, as it were. So I think it only makes sense for us to start with the feel-good Toku. How you doing, MV? How you doing? It's weird you didn't show up in the chat. In the, there it is. Okay, it was just delayed. Okay. If you guys notice, before we get into that, though, I wanted to talk about what's going on right now, because as you may or may not have garnered from my announcements, this is our first stream on Linux. We are Linuxing it up. So I'm slowly but surely trying to make my way over to Linux full time. I still am not there yet, but I'm pretty close. I'm actually able to. I actually stay longer on my Linux partition than I do on my Windows one. But we're learning some new things. So you'll notice the chat looks a little different. I'm still messing with it because I only got this working like literally minutes before the stream. But ultimately, this chat that you see right here, it's going to look a little different in the coming days and weeks. We're going to tweak it, but this chat picks up YouTube and Twitch. So it doesn't matter what platform you're on, there will be a unified chat now. So that's going to be interesting. I've managed to re-get like all my layouts working. I did have to make some changes. VTube Studio, I managed to get it to work on Linux, but unfortunately, it's so good. I can't wait. Visiting Earth. Interesting Earth for this app, too. I got to check this out. But you'll notice I got a new chat going. I managed to get VTube Studio working on Linux, but unfortunately, it comes at the cost of my hand tracking. So unfortunately, I can't do cool things with my hands. At least not yet. Hopefully tracking like for fingers and stuff gets better for Linux. Like we're hoping that'll become a thing later on. But for now, all I can do is move my head, but I move it so fluidly. Look at that. More fluid. It's got more movement. It's just so weird that I can't make the camera do what I want with my hands now, which I'll have to get used to. But hopefully, hopefully at some point someone will figure out how to do hand tracking on Linux. So fingers crossed on that. Switched to Linux a couple of months ago. Mine thankfully worked out of the box. And but I feel like it's not 100% working, because if I turn the volume down on my headset, it'll turn it down on Linux. But if I turn it up, it refuses to. So I feel like it's not 100%, but at least I can hear things through it, and that's what matters. What distro did you try, name? So can I change that so it shows your display name? Can I change that? I'm still trying to figure out how to get this to work right. I don't know if it has like YouTube exclusive options. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure this out. Does not look like... Well, I'll have to dig a little more into the tools, but there should... hopefully I can find a way to like get it to show the old YouTube display names, though I don't know if that'll be doable. Ubuntu. Ubuntu has its own slew of issues. There's like a whole thing going on with Ubuntu that I wouldn't recommend. I'm using Fedora, and Fedora actually works really well. I tried Bazite initially, but that was too gamer forward. And as much as I want to be playing games, I also needed to do like behind the scenes stuff. And Bazite didn't really give me that option, because like they modified so much on the back end that support for Bazite was lacking, for lack of a better term. So I went with what Bazite was based off of. I went with Fedora, and so far it's been working really well for me. Like I've been, this has probably been the longest I've ever spent on any Linux distro in my life. Like this feels right? Like this feels good. And so it definitely, there's still like a slight learning curve, but it's not staggering. Like it's not going to scare you away, because like Fedora is pretty intuitive. So I was able to get a lot of things, and anything I didn't get, I mean, it's just a quick Google search away. It's not like something I had to jump through like 5 or 6 hoops to get working, right? Like all I need to do is just some slight messing in the terminal, and then find some like alternative, like some Linux alternatives to certain programs, but we're here, and everything's working great. So ultimately, the only thing that I really need, I'm like, how do I put this? Like the only thing I really need right now is photo editing software. I have, because actually there's video editing software with Linux. There's one called KDEN Live, and it's like a very feature-rich video editor, and that's like a free video editor. Like that's crazy to think about. So it's crazy to see that like how that well that is. Now I just need a good picture editing program that is not GIMP. I don't want to use GIMP, because I've tried using GIMP before, and it's very counterintuitive, if that makes any sense. A lot of people have been like recommending Affinity Photo, considering switching, but you need to get around to moving my files and programs to the extra drive. That's fair. But like I've heard a lot of good things about Affinity Photo. The only problem is it's Windows only, but you can install it on Linux with the right, workaround like bottles or just straight up wine, so things like that. So it's really that, because I've pretty much got everything else on lock. I got VTube Studio running, I got OBS running. It's so I'm pretty much set. I just need something to make thumbnails with, among other. I do a lot of other stuff with that, so I just need something for that, and we're off to the races, But that is a more in-depth discussion for another time. How you doing, Dane? How you doing? Why are y'all... Okay, why is this... I only see... I have one message from you in there. Why is that not showing up more? Hello. Okay, I think I found the drawback. That's weird. It only registered one chat message. Can I refresh that? No, it'll make it disappear. That is super weird. Why is it only registering one chat message? Excuse me. Okay, this is going to take a little bit more learning, I think. Did I fuck something up in the display? Hold on. Troubleshooting live. Just checking to see if I didn't fuck something up. I hate that, like... Refresh. Yeah, I'm super weird. Like, I don't know why it only showed one message. I don't have it set up on the cinema screen. I have the OG chat, so let's not worry about that. But we have a lot to get into today and not a lot of time to do it. So let's head over to our cinema, guys. Let's head over. Oh, one thing I did notice, since I'm now using a different audio program, I don't have the song ticker. I got to find an audio program that outputs the info so we can have that on the screen. But that'll be something that I'll be looking into over the coming weeks. But let's head over to our cinema, guys. There it is. Okay, so we have the old chat up here. I got to figure out what's going on with that. Why did it only show me one chat message? I don't know. It's super weird. Can I refresh this? It is what it is. But we have the other chat. We have the OG chat there. We'll be figuring this stuff out as we go. We'll be figuring this stuff out. I have lost the plot. What happened? The problem with GIMP is sure you can do 85% of what anything else can, but you need to know exactly what you're doing in the least user-friendly system possible once you do have everything. Yeah, and like, I'm amazed that like Adobe of all things have no support for Linux. It baffles the mind. And I'm more well versed in Photoshop. And like, here's the thing, I don't support Adobe by any means. Like, it is morally correct to pirate Adobe products in my opinion. But I need something that I can use, and since you can't put Adobe on Linux, I need something else. So, like, again, that's why I've seen people use Affinity Photo, which I can get working on Linux. That's not a problem. It's just you're gonna have to do some hoop jumping, you know. Or maybe it's because when I put the window in the background, it doesn't check. Keep above others. We'll do that. Yeah. I got something like Parkinson's. Plus, I had it corrupt a bunch of files once. Okay, I get you, yeah. All right, now it's working. I think it's because if I minimized it, if I minimize it, it just stops reading for whatever reason, but I put it up front and now it works. And I lost the bottom bar. What happened? Uh-oh. Okay, that was weird. It just disappeared for a minute. Yeah, we're still figuring this out. It just had a weird moment. Boom. All right, but let's not dilly-dally. So we're going to start in true... What's the word? What's the word? Boom. We're going to start in true superhero time fashion. We're starting with Gavan Infinity first, and then we're going to wrap it up with Kamen Rider ZEZTZ because I feel like we're going to have more to talk about ZEZTZ than we will about Gavan. And I don't mean that in like a derogatory way. Again, I've said this before about Gavan. And like right now, it's very much a very safe but very feel-good toku. There's no lingering multitude of storylines. There's just small questions you have in the background. But overall, the overall viewing experience is good. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing that we don't have a lot of things to talk about. It's a good thing because at the end of the day, we're just watching it, you know, because of the action and everything, and then slowly but surely they'll filter the story in. So let's get started. Let's go ahead and start turning the music down. I don't have this on VOD track, but it's unlikely to get copyrighted, so because it's like custom mashup joints. So let's go ahead and pause that. All right. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Let's get started. As I take a swig of flavored water. All right, here we go. This is Space Sheriff Gavan Infinity Episode 4. Let's see what we're up to today. Project Retto. Hold on, I gotta turn it up. For some reason it was in 360. Yep, you will see him again. Sigma 3302. I just realized if they're dimension hopping, does that mean they could end up in the Marvel universe? Okay, this feels more like traditional Earth. And there it goes. George! There's our guy! There he is! I love how they don't question him. Butterflies? What the fuck? Butterflies? Is that a grasshopper? Oh dear lord, what the fuck? Wait, what the fuck? Is that ant talking? Zet, what are you doing in Kamen? Wait, what? This is fucking weird. That's fucking weird. What the fuck? We're in a world that bugs run everything. What the fuck? Explain yourself. What? I'm gonna need a minute. What the fuck? What the fuck? Dude, was this not in your briefing, Nikki? Was this not in the brief? They just threw that in our face, like what the fuck? You will start questioning yourself. That's why I left it for last, because I didn't want to fucking blow my mind early. Plus, I feel like we'll have more to talk about with ZEZTZ. Does this throw an ant at us? I can't.
お前か
貴様どこを見てる危ないだろうまったくもう
悪い
I'm amazed that, like, they're not you know, and I hate it's got me questioning this. You gotta believe that they're accidental genocides because you stepped on an anthill.
製鉄所の貯蔵施設に化学
The Prime Minister, walking the path of heaven, the man who will rule over everything.
自動車工場の資材置き場
You know this is how they explain the Kamen Rider crossover in the summer. You know that's how they're gonna explain it.
意外箇所はほぼ一直線上
I mean, I don't know for a fact there's gonna be a Gavan and ZEZTZ crossover, but if they do, I get a good feeling it will. This is how they'll explain it.
今までの事件現場とぴったり重なっているのだ
じゃあ犯人はその坑道から地上の施設を
そしてここが坑道への入り口
I love how it felt like a normal fucking... I love how it felt like a normal fucking, like in a normal Earth, and then they threw in the bugs, and I'm like, I can't look at this the same anymore. It feels weird. Mitsubishi! No, I'm kidding. The bandana gave me, that guy's, that one dude's vibes. I forgot his name.
線路の敷設前に放棄されたんだな
Hanui? Something like that.
あれは
地下に飲み込まれたデータセンターが
中へ入るぞ
My guy, Horobi, thank you. It, like, the bandana just reminded me of Horobi for some reason, and I'm like, right. No. Did
国家予算800億を投じた次世代型 AI がスパコンごと消えてますね
good, fuck AI.
何を言いたい何のために
Uh-oh.
なんだ
ロックされてます
罠ありていに言えばトラップか
任せろ
That was not smart.
電磁コーティング
いかにも
Oh no. Anyway.
物理破壊も不可能だよ何しろ多額の予算を投じた施設だ防犯対策は完璧さ
Jin Ikazuki Nagi. No, I was just mentioning Horobi. It just reminded me of him because of the bandana.
しかし銀河連邦警察ともあろうものが
They stole the AI data center. Oh no. Anyway.
ありがたい限りさて必要な資材も揃ったことだし私の作戦は最終段階に入る君たちはそこでおとなしくしていてくれたまえ
大佐聞こえるか大佐
Uh-oh.
もともと巨大なスパコンとサーバーの置かれていた部屋です電磁波対策も完璧のはず一体どうしたら
Come on. You think little of Gavan.
自分が何とかする
有本さんどこですか
ここだドアは認証機能付きの電子ロックその主要配線さえ見つかれば
I love how they try to, like...
に触れれば感電の危険も
問題ない
I...
迷いがないお天道様もびっくりだな
That would frighten even the heavens.
悔しい
何事
私が捜査員として一人前なら相棒らしくもっと有本さんのサポートもできるのに
I'm just trying to, like, flip my mind that we're about to see... Like, I'm trying to put that thought in my head, but it's not sticking, the fact that we're about to see an Ant Gavan.
どれもこれもやろうとしなくていい
It's gonna, like, fuck with my head when I see it.
ありのままの自分にできることそれだけをやればいいそうすれば照らせるもんもある
I don't know where you're getting that. I'm not seeing that relationship. I don't know where you're getting that. Whoa.
有本さん
どこに落ちた
有本さん なに真っ黒になって。
バカ者、自分はもともと黒アリだ。ロックは解除したぞ。
Amazing what you can do with such microscopic feelings. Sorry, my throat's a little raw right now.
レイジ君の前方300メートル、地下280メートルにエモルギーネガティブ波動の発生源を確認。
いるな、大物が。
Oh, come on! You planned that. Don't do that. Are you trying to belittle the ant?
ここは
God, this freaking cave is just used in so many fucking things, man.
貴様だったか、大地真司。
何者だ。
3年前、地下倉庫に非合法の武器を溜め込み、武器準備集合罪で逮捕されたグループのリーダーです。そしてその捜査を担当したのは。
そう。そこのアリンコさ。
Yeah, it is practical effects.
自分を罠にはめたか。
42 points made with completely practical special
今の
effects.
私は貴様のようなちっぽけな虫けらを相手にするレベルじゃないんだよ。
モルギア。
アジちゃんのワンポイント。
Hey,
エ
recap.
ネルギアは強大なエネルギーを秘めているため、銀河連邦
Is that the VA for the Gaia memory?
されています。
I don't know. It doesn't sound like it.
闇のルートで取引されているエモルギー
Because he's talking kind of like softer.
メガエモルギア
So I'm not really hearing it. Like he'd have to go, you'd have to go, like he'll go in for me to be able to say that. So I don't know.
人間を暴走させたり、エモンズという凶悪なモンスターを生み出すことが確認されてい
Okay,
る
that drawing of Gavan there is fucking
その
adorable.
おかげで私は
That's fucking
かつてない
amazing.
力を手に入れた。
力だと。
Oh, that's not good.
まさか化け物を味方につけるとは。
私にとっては救世主さ。この力を使って地下から資源を強奪し。
Okay, I do believe, I do like that, like, you don't really have to have, you don't really have to have, unique monsters every week. You can just use the M-Mons concept because it's more, because they're just more like the lackey to the main guys, right? Like, Daichi is the personality here. He's the bad guy. The M-Mons are like grunts, so you don't need to make them unique. Jochik!
宇宙刑事ギャバンインフィニティ次元を超えて出張中だ。
まさかありえない。
Stop making ant puns!
大地真司、エモルギア開始させてもらうぞ。
Stop with the ant puns, come on. Nice.
Infinity、ここは自分に任せろ。
任せろっつったってあれだろ。
羽村。
はい。
Uh-oh. Wait, what? We're about to see something really fucking weird.
ギャバリオントリガー。そうか、君がこの地球のギャバンだったのか。
到着。
アクティベイ。
宇宙刑事ギャバン・アーマイゼ。
I hate this and I love it at the same time.
危ないぜ。
That's my reaction exactly.
それはギャバンシステム発動のコマンド。
That's my
では乗着プロセスをもう一度拡大してよーく見てみよう。
Oh, this is gonna be hilarious.
到着コマンドを受けて臨界点を超えたエモルギーがトリガー内に凝縮されたギャバリオン粒子と融合。
到着。
わずか1ミリ秒でコンバットスーツへと投射成形され蒸着を完了するのだ。
I hate I hate this and I love it at the same time.
ありがギャバン。
とってもギャバーです。
ありとあらゆる悪を許さない。それが
I love this and I hate it at the same time. Dude, this is like challenging our preconceived notions of what a Toku hero can actually be, and I love it. We don't need an ant-themed Kamen Rider. The Kamen Rider is an ant.
お前は下がってろ。
I love that. I love it.
インフィニティ大地を追うんだ。
了解。
I feel like that drill mech. I feel like it's a reused Sentai mech. I don't know why. I get this feeling.
現状に。
私に今の私にできること。
How we gone 4 episodes in and we still don't have a theme song? We have an outro, but we don't have a theme song.
パトナー様、出前届きましたよ。
それよりもワニブチ君、また認可要請が来ているぞ。
あ、本当だ。このところ多いですね。
I knew that's what it was.
彼らを信頼するだけだよ。ワニブチ君。
え、何食べてるんですか？これ取り調べ中の容疑者の昼飯ですよ。
そうなの？いや、俺のかと思って。どうしよう。
プラネッツーカッツーの宇宙盛りが
でも食べちゃって
どんど
るからな。
んなくなっていく。僕もお腹減ってきました。
君も食べる？
ください。
なんてね、渡さないよだ。
Here's the thing. I want to see.
コスモギャバリオン教習フォームへ。
I want to see those two goofs stumble into what Gavan Infinity into like the documentation's true form. You know, like. Honestly, man, like Cosmo Gavarian is like has to be. This has to be like my favorite design for a mech.
180メートル。オートパイロットでは迷路のような地下道を突破不可能です。
まあ見てて。
Oh, this man about to shine right now.
まだか大佐。
This man about to shines right here.
コスモギャバリオン。 マニュアル操縦でここまで。
はい、素晴らしい操縦技術でした。課長。
ありがとう。
Oh, for fuck's sake! Don't you get in on it!
よし。追跡開始だ。
I don't. You see, I think I don't see them becoming Gavans, but I feel like they're gonna be like the goofy motherfuckers who are like always in the background. Like they're gonna be like the ones filling the empty space.
このグランドアースに勝てると思うなよ。
There's an autopilot system? Normally, yes, but like it doesn't do well underground, so he had to drive that thing in. Because remember, these are space sheriffs, not ground sheriffs.
このままじゃ奴には勝てねえ。
後方7時の方向より接近する物体あり。
洗ってか。
違います。
Oh. Doril!
え？ ドリルユニット。シグマ地球に配備されている機体か。
これを使ってください。これが今の私にできるたった一つのこと。
This fucking drill arm.
よし。ドリルユニット、ドッキング。
Oh, this ought to be good. Kikai! The chest part gave me Hakai vibes. Kamen Rider Hakai.
よし。それでやつが予測できる。
Doril! Look at this motherfucker! I forgot about him! Damn!
甘いぜ。それで勝ったつもりか。
Like, it's clearly like practical effects. Oh shit! His blades are the wings! That's fucking awesome! God damn, man! That was fucking... That's wild, man! That's fucking wild! Like... I feel like they just gave these guys carte blanche and they ran with it, man. Ooh, right there. That finisher was amazing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Whoa.
犯人確保。
Oh, okay.
よし治安終了うい
ドリルユニットを持ち出すとは起点が効いたな。よくやった羽村。さすが自分の相棒だ。
That cicada right there feels suspect.
いえ、私は土器さんのアドバイス通り自分にできることをしたまでで。
それで十分だ。分かってきたようだな。ドキレイジ。いや、ギャバンインフィニティ。
Doki Reiji.
礼を言う。貴様のおかげで相棒も一人前に近づけたようだ。
I love how they just put the ant on a blurred background so they can just keep using the same 3D graphic.
有本さんありがとう
バカ者自分はここだ
あ
Oh, we gotta look for him now.
あ
有本さん、
ああ
大丈夫？
悪かった助かった
Who are you? Who's that bitch? Who's that? Okay, we gotta mute because of the theme, but man, I didn't think that Gavan would actually take this kind of turn, right? Like, they're doing, like, they realize they're, like, in, like, how do I put this? They realize they're in, like, an uncharted, in uncharted waters here because Gavan hasn't been around for years. But the big takeaway is that they're not afraid to try things, right? They're throwing things at the wall to see what fits and and at the same time challenging our preconceived notions of what a Toku hero can actually be. So the fact that we got that, right? The fact that we got an Ant Gavan is fucking mental. Like, that's just crazy to me, and I can't believe, like, they went with that. Meanwhile, on Lambda 0818. Our good friend Gavan Bushido at work. Or meditating, at least. Mentally at work.
ラムダ地球で頻発する闇取引本部長がさらわれ刹那に下る待機命令葛藤する刹那にレイジが託したものとは次回超宇宙刑事ギャバン
Okay, so they will go back to these dimensions.
ギャバンドここに極まれり
Okay, I was a little unclear on if, like, they would, like, find ways for Bushido and Luminous to, like, go to other dimensions, but no, Gavan's just gonna keep coming back to other dimensions, which I think is a really cool touch. Let me jump over to the main screen real quick. Woo! Hey, come over here. So we're here, like Gavan right now is challenging preconceived notions. Like I have never seen this done to this degree on any other toku before it. It really does show them flexing their creative muscles. They're making use of having gotten under the like they said they wanted to, and it shows, right? It shows there is a genuine like care going on here with Gavan. Like as I mentioned before, it doesn't insult the old heads, but it doesn't like leave the new heads in the dark, right? But at the same time, they're trying new shit, right? These were probably things that they felt that they couldn't do under Sentai or even in Kamen Rider, they couldn't do. So the fact that they're willing to take these kinds of decisions, the fact that they're taking these kinds of decisions is wild to me, but in a good way. Excuse me. But see, that to me is like a mark of a really good toku, right? It gets you like challenging your own preconceived notions, right? To me, a toku hero always had to be either a robot or a human being or some sort of anthropomorphic being. That's it. Like it had to be on 2 feet, 2 hands, like that, right? Pretty much human-like in its nature. Y'all just outright made an ant a Gavan. And like I can't even like to me that's like are we going to have a universe where dogs are fucking like dogs and cats can become Gavan? Like are we going to have a universe where freaking just freaking yeah, I don't know. What am I thinking of? Drawing blanks. Like dolphins are gonna become freaking Gavans? Like, what's the idea here, right? Because now, like, the world is like split open, right? Like our world of Toku has like split open in so many ways that like we're here now just trying to like make sense of it all. But like rather than like in ZEZTZ where we're asking questions about where the story is going, in Gavan we're asking the question what does the what do the different worlds bring to us? Like what are we going to see in the next interdimensional jump to a new world, right? Cuz obviously we're going back to the Lambda Earth where Bushido's from. We're going back there, but when we go to new planets, like what are we going to see? You know? Like what are we going to what is the show gonna throw at us? Right? And not to mention that it's the show has done such a good job of like subverting expectations, right? Because not only did you give us the ant Gavan, but at the same time, you've given us like the fact that there are no monsters of the week, right? There isn't a unique monster that's like bringing the pain every week. Because the villains are now people. These are actual people that are committing these crimes with MR gears, and the monster literally can be generic as fuck because at the end of the day, they're like grunts. I'm going to have to listen to that separately, Dane, because I have to mute it for copyright reasons. But the thing here is that basically they're in response to you don't need to have like a super fancy monster of the week. The Ammons are literally one and the same, but they are perfectly fine in being that. Because at the end of the day, it's not them that are the big personalities, it's the people behind them. It's the people using them. Daichi was a perfect example of that. Daichi was literally a pretty much for all intents and purposes an e-terrorist, right? He is like he was a pretty much using AI. He planned to use it for nefarious means. He was for all intents and purposes an e-terrorist. I can't think of a better term than that. But he was our big bad. He was a person, and his personality spoke to the overall just friggin' situation, right? Because you don't need to get like big friggin' monsters with intricate designs if people themselves are unique. And ultimately, a person can play the villain just as much as someone in a suit. This is actually challenging our preconceived notions of what a toku can be. And ultimately, I'm glad that the writers are actually able to flex like this. I am so happy that the writers are able to just look at what's going on, see what is the norm, and challenge it. So to me, it's like this is what's keeping me watching is because I want to see what they do next. There isn't like a big storyline. There isn't no through line yet because we're still in the start. But you've got us hooked on just on what the show is going to deliver, right? And not just in storyline, but also in very much in presentation, in characters, just overall, like it is just something to genuinely look forward to. So it's that's how you make a very much a weekly occurrence. That's how you do it. Okay, I need to preload this 1 second. Yeah, we're not there yet. All right. So, to me, like Gavan just speaks so much to challenging the norm. And I love it, right? There's a reason why I'm still watching this series. It's because it's keeping you on your toes, man. But not in like the same way that ZEZTZ does with the story. Gavan keeps you on your toes with what they're gonna throw at you, right? Because I'm sitting there cackling most of the time about the ant Gavan, but that's still fucking amazing how they did that, majorly with just practical effects, right? All you need to do is put an ant on a wall and have it talk. Like you didn't need to like do full CG for that. Sometimes practical effects are the way to go, right? Of course, you had CG when the ant would talk. They needed a close up on the ant, but even then, it was like an afterthought because you could just have the practical effects speak for it. But man, that chochaku that the ant did, that fucked with me. But I will admit, him having winged blade wings, I thought was fucking amazing. That fucking ruled. Oh man. Damn, that was just really good. Like I can't even begin to like just embrace how mental that is. It's crazy. But unfortunately, we don't have time to like absorb all of that in because now we have to see what happened with our boy Baku. What happened to Seven? Because we had all these speculations last week about when he died, did he enter a perpetual dream world? And that's why we saw the red moon in the sky. One of my favorite fun episodes in recent memory. I can agree with that. But now we have to challenge some preconceived notions here. Like, what's the dealio right now with Baku? When he died, did he enter a perpetual dream state? Is that why the red moon suddenly appeared in the sky? Like, there's so many questions. So many questions about what's going on. And apparently, the world has reset. But in what capacity yet, we don't know. Or at least I don't know. If y'all have already seen the episode, no spoilerinos, but we don't know. We don't know what's going on over there. So we need to see just how this world reset is going to affect us. Because as far as we can tell in the preview, Baku still remembers his previous life. Right before he died. He still remembers that shit. At least I have to assume. But let's not waste any more time because I need to see where this goes. So let's head back to our cinema. And something break. Hold on. I think something broke. It's not resizing me on the screen. Can I refresh this? Something broke. Hold on. What happened? Nobody panic. Nobody panic. Something may be broken. Hold on. I have to check my freaking pipe wire joint. Can you please show me? Okay, did it get like nixed? I didn't rename it. What happened? I don't know. Something clearly broke. Let me delete that and re-add it. Learning curves, folks. Learning curves. Add source, pipewire video. Yeah, why isn't it working? Hold on. Did it create like a new one? Like it was working fine and then it just decided fuck you. Okay, let me try this. Hold on. Okay, rename that. VTube Cinema. And then go back to QPW. Nope. Come on. Sorry, guys. It just shit happened. I don't know what happened. That's the weird shit. Please hold while we connect your call. Can I disconnect this and reconnect it? How do you do things? There we go. Did that fix it? Nope. Now let me delete that. Remove that. I genuinely do not have any idea what happened. What happened? Linux Funny Moments episode. Yeah. There's a learning curve to this. There's a learning curve. I will tell you that for free. Cinema. I'm going to call you V Cinema. App name. Okay, let's go ahead and see if I can find it now. Did it add it to the thing? No, that's my webcam. No, that's not. Is there a refresh button? Wasn't expecting to have to do tech on stream, but here we are. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it. Ooh, move that back over. Link. Wait, how is this linked? Hold on. Science again. Okay. How about now? Or wait, hold on. It was working on the other screen. I'm confused. Oh, okay. I think something crashed. Hold on. It's also doing it to the main thing. Something crashed. Hold on. Let me check my let me check. I might have to restart VTube Studio. Give me 1 second. Quit. Yeah, so I think something happened in the transmission there. Hold on. Let me just reopen VTube Studio. Because the VTube Studio was working fine on my screen, but for some reason the outward transmission just stopped. So I have to restart it. Give me 1 second here. VTube Studio. It's all fun and games until Linux just decides, nah. To be fair, though, that might be on me. I left VTube Studio running overnight, so the encoder probably got, like, just went mental or something. So it probably just needs a reset, you know? Because I think the way it works is that it outputs the Spout 2 capture to Pipewire, but I have to use a program for that, and the program had been running for so long without doing anything that I think it got fed up. I really need to make a BRB screen. Just give me. Sometime today. Overloaded, out of bounds somewhere? Possibly. Okay, there I am. Okay, can the watermark go away? I paid for this shit. Hold on 1 second, guys. I need to minimize this real quick. Go to the studio. And I need to add some filters because, yes. Because I deleted the one I had previously, and now I gotta redo it. And luckily for me, it's just, turn the slider all the way down. Woo! There we go. And then flip. Oh, and I need to move it behind the seats. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's go ahead and hop over to the cinema again. We should be good here. There we are. All right, we're good. We're good. All right, so here we are once again. Let me get chat back up on my screen so I can see it. All right. Well, going from pleasantly challenged to I think I'm going to cry ugly challenged. Okay, that's a wild way of putting it, but we're going from like challenged preconceptions to challenged minds. I don't know what. All I know is that one was great and the other one might have me in shambles. That's all I know. So here we are, folks. It is time now for what is possibly going to be the biggest clusterfuck. This is Kamen Rider ZEZTZ, episode 25, where it all begins again. Here we go.
お前を壊す。
やめて。壊さないで。私の。
Challenge expectations and challenge emotions. I can see that.
ナイトメアに心を打った代償ね。もう分かってるでしょ。コードの恐ろしさを。
Terrifying enough to do that shit.
おかげで探していたレプリカを見つけた。偽装。ここはお前の明晰夢じゃない。現実だ。Goodbye.
That's the big question. That moon in the sky, man. It shows up, it pans up to it immediately as he gets shot. Which tells me that that's when his life changes. Right?
お兄ちゃん。
なんでここに。
覚えてないのも仕方ないよ。車にひかれたんだから。
全部夢。
Nope.
何それ。 金はこれで心電図取れるのか。ハイテクだな。
夢じゃない。
何の音？ちょっといつスマホ変えたのよ。
Flashbacks!
Your next mission?
ごめん。
ちょ待ってよ。どこ行くつもりよ。まあ落ち着いていった。危ないからダメ。
すいません、藤見さん、まさかさ。
なぜ俺たちが
Oh God!
君。
もしかして刑事さん？でもごめんなさい。ちょっと急いでて。バック。
待て。
Okay, that is an interesting graphic. That is an interesting graphic. I will grant you that. What the fuck? I don't fault him for acting this way, man. He's tripping. He's tripping.
ママ、お月玉出てるよ。
あ、本当だ。よく見えたね。綺麗だね。
綺麗。
あれが月。ゼロいるか？ゼロ。
Hey, there he is.
いた。
How did you recognize me?
Oh shit.
Hey. 英語が聞き取れないのか？
やっぱりあれは夢。あの時も。あの時も。いや、ただの夢じゃない。
どこでそれを手に入れた？渡したはずのないカプセルばかり。
Oh shit!
あんたも俺のことを利用してたんだろう。用済みになったら処分する駒として。
落ち着け。君は一体何を見た？
行方不明だったネムを救おうとしたらコードに撃ち殺された。
ありえない。ただの夢だろ。
だったらなんでこれが現実にある？ここから出ていけ。
セブン。
Oh, he's tripping. He's tripping.
出ていけ。
わかった。従おう。
He is out of his mind. Whoa. What the Whoa. Okay, he is mental right now.
なんじゃこりゃ。いつ壁に穴開けたの？いやでも一人でできたのはすごいな。てか大家さんになんて言えばいいの？
南、俺ひどい悪夢を見たんだ。
どうしちゃったのよ。
ナイトメアを止めないと藤見さんが危ない。
はあ？もう何してんの？
ストップザブマ、夢で見たんだよ。
夢って寝言は寝てって。
もう起きてるから寝言じゃない。
バク
This motherfucker! So he's willingly reliving this!
ショルズバクの野郎、どこ行きやがった。
あ、コードナンバー7。おやすみございます。
ここは危険だ。
え？
もうすぐここにナイトメアが来る。
ナイトメア。
悪夢を現実のものにする怪人だ。
現実にって夢はただの夢ですよ。あ、そうやって逃げるつもりですか？ワルーグさんになりまして、
ナイトメアを手引きしているのは君の母親なんだ。
何言ってるんですか？
夢で見たんだ。
This is like weird. Why are we doing... Okay, usually when a world restarts... Like, it's weird that, how do I put this? Normally, when something restarts, right?
もう何も爆破させない。
Like, normally when a world restarts, like, no one has knowledge of the previous world. Why is the world starting exactly as it is, but he has this knowledge? No! My man about to speed run everything! What is going on?
この間も見た怪物。
そうだったな。
He is resetting. He's fucking with the timeline, man. He's speed running this shit. Wait, what? What? Like, I'm honestly shocked at what I'm looking at. Like, nothing is making sense right now.
やっぱり。
Grab it! Grab it! Ah, fuck.
あの力は。
Nox is back!
セブンと何を話した？
え？
答えろ。
ナイトメアを手引きしてるのが私の母だって。
君の母親？他には？
それを夢で見たって。
This is like, I feel like the world itself is going to start turning in on him the minute he starts fucking with the timeline, which he just did.
すまなかった。
あなた何者？
夢をさまようものだ。君と同じく。
なんでそれを？
目覚めたくはないか、現実に。
But see, like right now, like the timeline is being sped the fuck up.
私はただ誰かの夢の中で生きるだけの存在だから。
そうか。それが君の望みなら、そうしていればいい。
My man's about to speed run the entire story. The real Zero approacheth.
要件は何でしょう？ゼロ。
An unforeseen variable.
ZEZTZ が完成した。
いよいよセブンも一人前ですか。苦労が報われましたね。
Wait, what?
だが問題が発生した。セブンは我々コードに殺される夢を見たと。
夢？まさか
ZEZTZの力によるものなのかもしれない。その証拠に彼は想定外のカプセルまで手に入れてる。
とすれば例の計画にも影響が。
The thing is,
対策を練る必要がある。何よりも優先すべきはコードソムニアだ。
4日に燃焼。藤見課長がどうして？
本能出来心で東堂部長に卍固め。
はあ？
wait, he put him in an octopus hold? What the fuck?
力津屋の石頭だからだよ。
開示課も勝手に撤去されて誰もブラックケースを信じようとしない。短い間だったが元気でな。
待って。
止めるな。
じゃあ私移動？
おい、普通止めない。
は？
いや別に止めてほしいわけじゃないぞけど、風情ってもんがあるだろ。
そう言われましても藤見課長とは何の思い出もありませんし。
Well,
確かに。
that's got fucked really fast.
思い出これからたくさん。
よろずばく。
ブラックケースも存在します。本当なら警視庁が爆破されていてもおかしくなかったんです。お願いします。二人の開示課の力が必要なんです。
は？意味がわかりません。
全部夢で見たんです。
夢ですよね。どうぞ引き取りください。
クレアさんのことだって。すみません、忘れてください。
小高をやった人間が目の前にいるのに捕まえることもできない。この気持ちがわかるか？
小高さんのことすみませんでした。
Because he knows he's gonna kill him again!
何なのあの人。
あいつ今小高って
誰ですかそれ。
Like, this is like some weird shit. He's about to. So, what's the story? I'm at a loss for words. I don't know where I'm getting at with this. Like, I don't know where we're going with this. I'm a little baffled. Agent 5!
記憶を消しても体は覚えてるようだな。
何なんですかあなた。
答えるより思い出す方が早い。
See, he sped up the timeline!
ショック療法だ。コードナンバー6。
コードナンバー5。今更何の用だ。
3がお呼びだ。忙しくなるぞ。
The first arc was a premonition. Maybe? But it still doesn't add up.
俺たちは奴らの陰謀によって人生を悪夢そのものに変えられた。
Oh no, he's in a dream right now. I forgot.
ダメだ。ダメだ。
ここはお前の明晰夢じゃない。現実だ。
あれは
夢って寝言は寝ていって夢はただの夢ですよ。
夢ですよね。
あれはただの夢じゃない。
Something's wrong. Like, something's bugging me, man.
誰にも信じてもらえなくても
He's alone now. He has nothing.
エムちゃん。
私はもう現実の世界には戻れない。
Is he gonna do the moon thing again?
夢の中をさまよう存在だと思ってた。みんなの夢を渡ってみんなを幸せにできればそれでいいってどこかで納得してた。ねえ、あなたは何か知ってるの？
ああ。
目覚めることを望んでもいいのかな？私。
Bring down the moon again, baby! Come on!
君ならできるって俺は知ってる。
聞かせて。あなたが夢で何を見たのか。
Oh, I'm sorry, reality shatter.
来た。
バク起きて、もう警察の方が来てるよ。ごめんなさい、なかなか起きなくて。
なぜこんな場所がクローゼットの中に？
私にも何が何だか兄が出入りしていたみたいで。
こいつはブラックケースだ。
ブラックケース？
あ、世の中には未だ解決されていない不可解な事件、ブラックケースだそうです。はあ、不審死。ようこそ俺の作戦室へ。
バカが2人？
そっちは現実の俺、こっちは夢の俺。みんなに紹介したい人がいる。
はじめまして。おやすみなさい。姉ちゃん。
いや、あっちは起きてるから。
じゃあこんばんは。なんでレムちゃんと一緒にいるの？サインください。
This is crazy.
俺の話を信じてくれて感謝する。
いや、まだ信じたわけじゃない。君は小高と言ったな。あれはどういう意味だ？
The peep, they're back, baby.
どうやってここに？
チャイムを鳴らしても出なかったので窓から。
ああ、なるほど。
あなたはなぜクレハのことを知っていたんですか？
事故で頭でも打ったんじゃないですかね。
This is insanity.
ただの夢じゃない。あれは予知夢だ。
It was a premonition.
予知夢
だとしたら俺が果たすべきミッションはただ一つ。Don't make my dream come true.
God damn. Next mission, baby.
俺の夢を現実にするな。
This is fucking whoa. Okay, you know what? I'm all about it. I'm all about it.
予知夢の力に目覚めるなんて。
ターゲットを捕獲しろ。この中で誰が生き残るか。
お前の運命はここで終わる。
誰だ？
運命はすでに変わっているんだ。
The man, his power has been developed, man. This is fucking nuts. Like, whoa, it did not change how I wanted it to. Okay. Like, what do we... Like, what? My man sped up the... Oh, God. I am... I'm at a loss for words. I am at a loss for fucking words. I was baffled at first as to what exactly was going on. Because now I gotta feel like I gotta watch the series back, because outside of when the nightmares had made it to the real world, did we ever look at the moon? Did we ever look at the moon whenever we were in the quote-unquote real world in those did we ever? Everything that we know from this point backward has to be looked at again. We need to be looking at that shit again. Did they ever look at the moon in the... I'm having a moment right now. I am having a moment right now. I can't fully put into words what I'm feeling right now. I genuinely cannot. I cannot formulate words. I need fuck. I know someone's done this. Fuck. Because I am at a loss for words. I am at a loss for words right now. Fuck it. fucking. I have no words. I'm just gonna let this speak for me. I'm just gonna let this speak for me. Crap, where is it? No, okay, I need to grab the picture then. Fuck, it won't let me do it like that. Yeah, remove that. Not what I meant to remove. I need to grab this because it's genuinely how I feel, and I'm at a loss for words. This model is kind of rough, but it's the only picture that I could find. Can I save this image? Let me save the image, you bitch! Fuck it, I'll do a screen cap because I can't be arsed right now. I'm sure I can find like a better picture for this. Can I paste this? Like oh my god, like that's all I can say to that is all I can say Fuck it, if I can't find the ZEZTZ version, I'll just use the OG version. Fuck it. Oh, you know what? This image looks good. I will take this. I mean, it ain't ZEZTZ, but it's still in the thing. No, that's gonna add this. I need the image link. For fuck's sake. Open image in new tab, please. Thank you. Yeah. Please and thank you. Ah, close enough. Like, what else do you say to it but this? Like, this says everything you need to know. Like, that's it. Like, what else is there to say? It's this. This fucking this. It's this. It's abs. Oh man. Oh. Son of a Takahashi, I don't know what fucking shit you're smoking, but I want some of that. Cause that is some good ass shit. Like, what else do you say? It's peak. It's cinema. Fuck. I'm at a loss for words. What if we redo the entire half of the series and speedrun it in record time? Like, what if we redo the entire... Fuck! You had us question everything we saw about the first fucking 24 episodes. You had us question it in the span of 30 minutes. I'm not happy. I'm not mad. I'm not sad. But I'm not happy either. I am somewhere that probably exists in a form of euphoria. But I'm also kind of insulted. But not insulted in a bad way. Like, I don't know how to phrase it. I genuinely do not know how to phrase it. I am somewhere between disbelief and euphoric. I'm somewhere in between. This is one of those episodes that I feel like merits a second watch, and I don't know why. This show is genuinely going to make me watch the first 24 episodes and directly analyze nighttime scenes in the real world. Because I've had my world flipped upside down. Last Saturday was a night of challenging preconceived notions. First, we had Gavan challenge us to what a Tokusatsu hero could truly be. And now we have ZEZTZ challenging everything we thought we knew about the series, all of the threads we were tying together. Suddenly absolutely shit on, but in the best possible way, because we spent the better half of 6 months 6 months trying to figure out the story they were trying to tell us, only to tell us that the story that we were predicting was a premonition. Everything that we saw up to this point was a dream within a dream. And I am at a genuine loss for words. Imagine telling someone who isn't into this kind of thing, I have to rewatch the series up to this point again and check if the moon exists. I can't. Oh, God. Like, dude, like, try comparing this to Takahashi's first stint with Kamen Rider in X-Aid. Night and fucking day. This man, in the span of 3 Kamen Rider generations, has learned a level of storytelling. This man has evolved his storytelling in the span of 3 Kamen Rider generations to the point where we are questioning everything. I am at a genuine loss for words. Imagine if he writes the season after this. Imagine, holy fucking shit. Wait. No, it wasn't every other year. But, my God. My God, this man cooked. Ah! Man. And we have ZEZTZ tomorrow. Fuck. We have ZEZTZ again tomorrow. God damn. Or raised to his chase. My boy, he should be my boy should be Prime Minister of Japan right now. Hollywood needs to be flying this fucker out and start talking about a Kamen Rider movie. Like, god damn. Oh my god. I'm just making noises now because fuck. For the first time in my life, Kamen Rider has left me at a loss for words. I can't go into description. I can't get super descriptive about what we just witnessed because even I still do not understand what I witnessed. The man challenged the goddamn timeline without actually traveling through time. Why didn't Takahashi write Z-O? Why? If he had done this shit in Z-O, we'd all be fucking shitting our collective pants. God damn. Talk about a way of rewarding eagle-eyed viewers, man. I bet you Tony Khan is sitting right now, what day is today, Friday? Wherever they're doing Collision, he's sitting there and wondering, should I hire Takahashi as a writer? Because my God, this man, he is a god. He is a writing, producing god. I don't glaze people that often, but this man deserves all the glaze and then some. I'm about to start cackling maniacally. This is the title of this stream is fitting, Emotional Whirlwind, because a roller coaster don't do it justice. Ah! 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 Just ah! Fuck! Fuck me in the ass. Like, what the fuck? My God. Ain't. Look, man. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm starting to come around on AI in certain aspects. No AI could ever write this greatness. This is why AI will never truly replace creatives, because no AI could come up with this fucking amount of cinema. Do you understand me? No AI. Doesn't matter even if you fed this kind of writing, if you fed Takahashi's writing to an AI, the AI could never replicate the greatness. Like, dear fucking Christ. The amount of epic that has happened here could only come from the mind of a gifted human being. Takahashi is God. Takahashi is fucking God. You understand me? He's God. We are privileged to be living in the world of the Gad. We are blessed to be in this timeline. We are blessed to be in this dimension, in this multiverse. We are blessed to be here to see this awesome, holy shit. God damn. Fuck, dude. I am struggling to find words that describe this. A thesaurus would not do this justice. Holy shit. Oh, man. I need to calm my ass down. Whew. Bro, I've read Lord of the Rings and it never had a fucking twist like that. Holy fucking shit. Like, I can't even say this is some D&D level shit because your experience may vary depending on your DM and your party members, but like, oh, fuck. Words! Words, goddammit, words! What do you even... Fuck me, dude. Holy shit. I'm not ready for tomorrow. I'm not. I am not emotionally ready for tomorrow. Waiting until Friday to do this show was a mistake. Oh. Damn it! Fuck! I'm not ready. I am genuinely not ready. I am slowly but surely losing my mind the longer this stream goes on. I am losing my mind. Fuck. Am I reading your birthday wish list? No, the timing just lined up. Fuck. Son of a bitch. I cannot function right now. Do you understand me? I cannot function right now. I am slowly losing my mind. Fuck me in the dick. God damn. Shit. The only words I can use are swear words because my brain is so overloaded in the best way possible that I cannot formulate coherent thought. Fuck. Oh, man. Let me take a swig of water. Holy shit. Oh. Ah. And the worst part is I'm trying to calm myself down to form coherent thoughts, but the more I start thinking about it again, it riles me up again, and then I just get, oh, man. This is one of the few times where I genuinely need to lie down. Like, normally I'll lie down because I'm like feeling depressed or I don't want to accomplish anything. I actually have to lie down after this to calm myself down. And I'm probably going to exacerbate it by watching that episode again. Because fuck me. Yeah. Damn. So, okay. There is one thing. Because it's a question that's kind of hovering over Baku's mind now. Where does he stand? Right? Because standing with Code was pretty much what ended up getting Nox killed. But standing with Nox and the bitch, kind of in a way, got 5 and 6. I don't know. Where does he stand? Because at this point, Raul, the only people he can count on is his sister and the PSB. That's the only people that he can stand with. So right now, by the looks of it, ZEZTZ is going to become its own organization. Right? Because he can't trust anyone. Those are the only 3 people he was able to trust throughout that entire thing. Well, them and them. They were the only 4 people he could trust throughout this entire thing. So to say that this isn't becoming an organization of its own is crazy to me. And the way it's been set up is super interesting. Because here's the thing. What about Bicky? Who's Bicky? Okay, I think it replayed that message again, I think. Or something happened. Like, I don't know what happened. Something weird. What the fuck is Bicky? It said that and then it was... Oh, okay, it probably deleted it. Bike Zero? No, because he sent Bike Zero packing. Remember? He sent him through the door. He knows... It pretty much goes to show that, like, not even... It goes to show that not even... That our previous thought that Bike Zero had its own conscience is bullshit. That preconceived notion is gone. Zero is the bad guy. Which, looking back, a lot of people had premonitions that Zero was the bad guy at the start of the series. How does it feel to know you were right? How does it feel? Like, we all were like fighting against that thought that Zero was real. Surprise, he's a fucking motherfucker. We were fighting that for the longest time. I fought that. I fought against that thought. And lo and behold, he's the bad guy. But going back, you actually used the keyword from today's episode, premonition. We all had a feeling. And that's what it kind of feels like is going on right now. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that was his intent, for us to have premonitions that something was up. But not to this level. We didn't think that the entirety of what happened before was a dream. It never occurred to us. We had premonitions about who we can trust and who we couldn't, but we never had a premonition that everything was a premonition. As it stands, he doesn't trust either side because he knows better. The choices that he made in his premonition led to where we are now. So by already challenging the preconceived notions, the timeline has been altered. Now, a lot of people aren't aware that it's fully about what he fully did. They're not understanding, like, the depths of it. Play back the entire series now? I don't know if I'm going to go that far, but it definitely merits looking into some scenes, right? But there is one thing that's different now. The Paranormal Bureau does not exist now. It's gone. Because Fujimi was fired. disciplinary dismissal. He's gone. So no, he no longer has police backing like he did before. He's working on his own. Now, that also kind of puts Nagumo in an interesting position. She's still with the police. So in a way, Fujimi is just in the civilians. He's in the civilian sector. So he kind of operates in this weird gray area now. So by that logic, he does not work for the police. Which means it's starting to lean more. The theme was called Play. Oh, I get it now. Motherfucker. That's clever. That's clever. I get it now. But thinking about it objectively, I feel like the seeds are being planted for Baku to just start his own secret agent agency. Right? Because he was before, the idea was that he was using the police. Right? Because that was Zero's idea. He could have used the police for information. But now Fujimi is not with the police anymore. He's fired. So, to me, I feel like the seeds are starting to be planted for Baku to lead his own agency. Right? Maybe again, that's me overanalyzing, but at this point, nothing is off the table. We got a fresh start, and we're using the pieces that we have now from this fresh start to try to understand what's going on. But that's a new thread because of Baku's new actions. Because Fujimi was never under that stress of the whole thing disbanding, and that never happened, he ended up losing his job in another way. The explosions never happened. So when they resolved to dissolve that function, he wasn't dealing with the stress of the nightmare. He was just mad. And ended up putting the chief of police in an octopus hold, and that's how he lost his job. He's no longer with the organization. So to me, that could be the signs of instead of like, and because Baku is like literally kicked Code out of his life, ZETZ might end up becoming the name of the agency, of Baku's led agency. You feel me? So he's challenging the preconceived notions of not siding with code number 2 and not siding with number 0. He's not siding with 2 or 0. He's on his own damn side. You feel me? He gave himself a mission. He is now an independent factor with his own team. I'm fully convinced that ZETZ is not going to be like a code thing anymore. It's going to be Baku's thing. The ZETZ agency, if you will. The TZA, possibly. Oh, 3? Oh, dude. I'm going to root for the day that fucking Baku punches him into the fucking ground. I am going to be so living for that day. Obviously, he's not going to kill him. Because, as the Kamen Rider Credos goes, you don't really kill people. Right? That's why this whole story of people actually dying was fucking mental. So everything has been restarted. And because of that, now changes are happening in the whims. So now we're here for the changes. The timeline has been disrupted. And I don't know if this is the case, but it looks like a third force, or a fourth if we're counting Baku's group as its own agency. It looks like there might be a fourth player in all of this. Like, there's so much potential here now. There is so much potential here now with the timeline restarted that things are going to change. And players that maybe we didn't consider or were never in the conversation may show up because the timeline was exacerbated. Things, they are a-changing. And there are so many possibilities now. But there is one possibility now that I think is back on the table. And that's Nem becoming a Kamen Rider. I believe it. I believe Nem will find her way. Because, well, bringing the moon down is now out of the question. So, got to be another way to bring her back. And I think a belt is what wakes her up in the real world. Like, I genuinely believe that. Can't bring down the moon in your own dream anymore because you already have Catastrum. So what other ways do we wake her up? That is the question. Right? But I think I will leave those questions up for what we will witness tomorrow. Because tomorrow is where we truly get into this timeline change. Right? I truly believe that is where it will all come down to. And I'm here for it. I am here for it. And I hope y'all are too. And on that, I think it's a perfect place to end. I want to thank y'all so much for coming out to this very special edition of the Superhero Zatsudan. We return as normal tomorrow with the Kamen Rider ZEZTZ-udan. Same time, 8:15 Eastern, 9:15 Eastern, 8:15 Central. Hope you guys will join us for that. Let me find someone to raid on the purple side. But on YouTube, y'all can just chill. Let me just go ahead and sort this out right quick-a-like. Quick-a-lick. Quick-a-lick, like, look. Let's put on the tunes again because, yeah. Let's go ahead and put those back on. Let's see. Who's on? Who's doing things? You know what? I'm going to raid into my friend Mikoto Nui. I'm going to raid into her. I haven't raided into her in a while. So let's go ahead and get that rolling. I'm going to have to do that on Twitch itself. To everyone else, thank y'all so much for coming out to the very special edition of the Superhero Zatsudan. I hope to see you guys tomorrow for the Kamen Rider ZEZTZ-udan at its usual time. Until then, I am Callsign Henshin, your leader with the kicks, coming to you live from 2286, reminding you that the future is yours and yours alone to conquer. Seize it by any means necessary. I will see you guys tomorrow for Arma in the morning and the Kamen Rider ZEZTZ-udan at night. Until then, stay awesome, stay sexy, but overall stay you. And I will see you all next time. Peace out!